Herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Connected Live.
Hello and welcome to a new episode of Connected Live. My name is Lisa Goode and thank you very much for joining us again today. Today's topic is all about producing the perfect round bale silage. With me here today is Sabrina Buitmann and Christoph Magritz.
Ich freue mich, dass ihr heute dabei seid. Ja, Christoph, vielleicht kannst du mal kurz erzählen.
Christoph, why don't you tell us what is on our agenda today? Yes, I want to start off with the bale silage, considering the two-phase and the one-phase method. For whom is the standard baler and a separate wrapper best suited, and for whom is the baler-wrapper combination best suited? Sabrina will talk about the net versus film wrapping, especially taking the cost and the silage quality into focus. At the end, we'll bring up the current technology trends. And as always, should you have any questions, just write them in the chat or send us an email on the mbk.live@krone.de. It's also worth watching till the end, so you have the chance to take part in our weekly giveaway. We want to begin with a little bit of history. Yes, we will recap about the time KRONE started with the round balers. KRONE started producing round balers back in 1977, giving us ample experience. In 1997, KRONE revealed its first baler wrapper combi, carrying the Combi Pack name. It was a huge step forward in terms of efficient and cost-effective farming. A few of the components used back then are still found in some of our machines today, really speaking for their quality. Well, how does our round baler portfolio look like today? Our portfolio includes 30 different types of round balers, from our fixed chamber baling mill right up to the big variable chamber baler wrapper combi Comprima CV+. Meaning we have a machine for all types of customers, from the all-round Comprima to the application-specific machines such as the ValuePack and ValuePack Plus. The fixed chamber machines also include a special feature, the semi-variable press system, meaning it behaves like a fixed chamber baler but with a size adjustment between 1.25 m and 1.5 meters. New to the portfolio are two separate baler wrapper. Isn't that sort of a step back in a way? No, it's not a step back. We spend a lot of time brainstorming how we're going to extend our product line to satisfy our customers' needs. Yes, and in 2020 we reviewed our EasyWrap 150 and a year later our EasyWrap 165T, to which I've prepared a short video to give our viewers a quick overview. As already mentioned, the EasyWrap 150 was revealed in 2020, followed by the EasyWrap 165T. Both machines score high in terms of operating speed, and the single-arm wrapper has earned the title of being the fastest single-arm wrapper on the market at 36 rounds a minute. The trailed wrapper has the advantage of reaching 40 rounds a minute wrapping speed and featuring many comfort features. Handling and operating is kept simple and suits all types of operators, whilst keeping the throughput at an absolute maximum. Christoph, what are some of the technical features? The wrapper has an integrated 360-degree sensoring, giving it the capability of knowing where the wrapping arm is at any given time, meaning we always have optimal foil overlap. Fitted as standard is a system able to detect if the foil has ripped off the wrapping arm, and operating is done over the DF500 terminal or over the external manual control unit. What are the differences between this wrapper and the trailed wrapper? To my right is the trailed EasyWrap 165T, reaching a maximum wrapping speed of 40 rounds per minute for maximum throughput.
Und hier mit unserem EasyWrap 165T haben wir nochmal einen draufgelegt, 40 Umdrehungen für maximale Schlagkraft. Des Weiteren besticht unser gezogener Wickler dadurch.
The 165T has the same integrated system that is able to detect if the foil has detached from the wrapping arm, as well as the 360-degree monitoring capability. Also behind this flap is a sensor able to detect the bale, meaning we have the option of operating the wrapper in a fully autonomous setting. As soon as the bale is detected, it automatically starts lifting it up and onto the wrapping table, wraps the bale and ejects it onto the field. What types of customers would want a separate wrapper, and what are its advantages? There are numerous advantages of operating a separate baler and a separate wrapper. First advantage is a significant reduction in ground compression. Baler wrapper combination machines are a lot heavier and can quickly cause tire tracks.
Letztendlich ein wirtschaftlicher Schaden in der Fläche vorhanden ist, der sich so nicht so schnell wieder reparieren lässt. Des Weiteren auf der rechten Seite sieht man
Second thing to consider is the fact that birds often cause damage to bales that are left out in the field, waiting to be collected.
Und diese noch mehrere Stunden dort im Feld verweilen, kann es natürlich passieren, dass Vögel diese Ballen interessant finden und diese auch kaputt picken. Und des Weiteren
Also to keep in mind is the fact that bales are moved and handled during the transport process, quickly resulting in damage to the foil.
Können natürlich auch da Beschädigungen passieren. Das heißt, wir können unseren EasyWrap 150 auch an der vorhandenen Ladetechnik nutzen, zum Beispiel am Teleskop.
The EasyWrap 150 is also suited to be used with existing loading methods. For example, bales are made with a standard baler, collected with a telescopic handler, wrapped with our EasyWrap on the way to the field edge where they are collected, and covered with a bird protecting method to save them from being damaged. You just mentioned the topic using your own equipment. What other advantages does it bring along? The use of existing equipment is an important aspect. Many farmers still own a 50 to 100 horsepower tractor, which of course I like to see used. A baler wrapper combi needs considerably more power to operate, whereas a separate wrapper can comfortably work with the smaller tractors. Subsequently mean a decrease in diesel consumption.
Der Landwirt dann seine eigenen Maschinen und sein eigenes Personal dazu nutzen will, hat er die Möglichkeit mit unserem EasyWrap 150 oder mit dem 165T natürlich diese an den kleinen Hofschlepper anzubringen und dann auch seine Ballen zu wickeln, was natürlich auch einen geringeren Dieselverbrauch zur Folge hat.
Ja, aber unabhängig von weniger Dieselverbrauch.
Apart from using less diesel, what other advantages does the lighter separate wrapper offer?
Ja, noch seine Vorteile aus.
Genau. Wir möchten ja auch gerade im Bereich Trockengut,
Especially when using the baler and dry material, one wants to avoid carrying unnecessary weight across the field. When using a baler in straw, a wrapper baler combi carries a lot of unnecessary weight, causing extra ground compression, higher fuel consumption, and unnecessary wear and tear, since the bale needs to be ejected over the wrapping table.
mit der Ballenübergabe über den Wickler abgelegt werden muss, was natürlich im Trockengutbereich weniger sinnvoll ist. Und im Bereich Trockengut haben wir natürlich auch unsere Experten.
Especially for dry material, we offer the VariPack and VariPack Plus, really coming into their own in dry material harvest applications.
Und spielen da ihre Stärken aus.
Wie ist das, dieser Gewichtsvorteil?
What other advantages come with a lighter weight?
Ganz genau, Gewichtsvorteil ist natürlich auch ein wichtiger Punkt.
Or the lighter weight offers far better operation in steep and alternating terrain.
Aber gucken wir nach
Not so much a problem in the northern part of Germany, but definitely in a lot of our export markets such as Austria or Switzerland.
daraus das Problem, dass die Maschinen
Heavy machines are prone to slipping and losing control in challenging terrain. Therefore, the technique is to use a separate baler and a separate wrapper to avoid such problems.
auf Solopressen gesetzt, um dann das Gewicht zu sparen und im Anschluss mit einem Solowickler die Ballen vom Feld zu holen, zu wickeln und dementsprechend abzulegen.
Jetzt nochmal zurück zu unseren Wicklern.
Coming back to the two types of wrappers we offer, for whom would be which type of machine best suited?
Genau. Zum einen haben wir unseren EasyWrap 150, unseren Einarm 3.
The super fast EasyWrap 150 is best suited for anyone wanting to make the most of his own existing machinery.
Die ihre eigenen Technik nutzen wollen, sei es der Teleskoplader oder der Trecker, und perfekt für die Eigenmechanisierung. Sollen da noch mehr Ballen und noch höhere Schlagkraft folgen?
If the main criteria is maximum throughput, more comfort features and a fully autonomous operation, then the drawn EasyWrap 165T will be the best choice.
Und besticht natürlich auch durch seine hohen Komfortfeatures, sei es die Bedienung oder die vielen Automatikfunktionen, die diese Maschine beinhaltet.
Jetzt frage ich mich ja, wer
The question is who decides to go with the Baylor wrapper combi and who decides to go with a separate baler and a separate wrapper, especially considering the cost. Isn't buying two machines automatically more expensive than just going with the one? No, that's not the case. A CF155XC Plus baler, or a standard CF machine for that matter, has a very similar purchase price when compared to a standard KRONE round baler, including a separate KRONE EasyWrap.
Einen ähnlichen Anschaffungspreis zieht dies mit sich, sodass dieser Kostenvorteil da außen vor ist.
Welche Argumente ziehen denn
Now, what advantages does a baler wrapper combination offer? Yes, obviously the advantages are the fact we only need one tractor, one driver, and contractors especially have contractors generally have the required tractor available. The personal cost is cheaper and one machine can just simply do it all. Not to leave unnoticed is the silage quality. Since the bale is wrapped and sealed right after leaving the chamber, dirt and air ingress is kept to a minimum. Direct air-tight sealing is a good point. Turning to you, Sabrina. Let's go back a step to when the bale is formed and tied. What are our options and things to consider when it comes to tying the bale? Yes, correct. Before the bale is ready to be wrapped, we need to produce and tie off the bale first. KRONE machines are factory fitted with a net wrap system. However, if the customer can also choose a peripheral film wrap instead. The peripheral film wrap system is available as an optional feature on the Comprima and the Comprima Plus model. Displayed here are the two different types. On the left is the net and on the right is the peripheral film wrap. Clear and good quality visual monitoring is an important aspect. The operator needs to see what's going on in order to take premature action should he be running low on netting or incur a problem. The swapping between netting and film is very simple and can be done without the user tools. The film wrap system is completely compatible with the net system and a change in material used simply requires a touch of a button on the terminal.
Zwischen Mantelfolie und Netzbindung und dann kann das auch schon wieder losgehen. Heißt, möglichst einfach soll das Ganze natürlich sein. Was ist wichtig? Ich möchte natürlich, wenn ich den Ballen wickle,
important is the wide application of net or film material is of great importance, since it greatly reduces the risk of water ingress and material loss when used in silage or straw.
Da das Eindringen von Wasser verhindern kann oder auch Bröckelverluste in der Silage oder im Stroh reduzieren kann. Ja, das sind so die Themen bei der
The peripheral film application has greatly increased in popularity in recent times. As of the technical aspect, what advantages does it have for the forage quality?
Ja, sehr wichtiger Punkt. Und zwar ist es ja hier so, dass ich natürlich zusätzliche Folienschichten
thicker layer means better protection against outside elements.
Schutz habe. Hier sieht man in dem Bild ganz gut,
as seen in this picture, the lateral surface of the bale has been wrapped thoroughly with a film wrap. Once the additional wrapping is complete, the bale is very well protected when being transported and handled.
Transportieren möchte mit einer Greifschaufel zum Beispiel, dass ich hier dann einen höheren Schutz habe, aber auch für die Sauerstoffbarriere ist es von Vorteil.
The extra layers also help to exclude air and increase the quality of the insiding process, subsequently increasing the forage quality.
Da die Futterqualität erhöht werden kann. Zusätzliche Punkte ist aber natürlich auch zum Beispiel das
Convenience factors are the absence of two different types of materials that need disposing, as well as the ease of opening up the bales.
Die Entsorgung ist dadurch viel einfacher, aber auch wenn ich jetzt zum Beispiel diese Jahreszeit
Film wrap is also a lot easier to remove when the temperatures are below freezing, as it doesn't rip or stick as much as netting.
Bei der Mantelfolie deutlich einfacher, also auch das ein Pluspunkt für die Mantelfolienbindung. Aber natürlich ist auch immer entscheidend, wie sieht
Not to leave unnoticed is the financial aspect. Peripheral film wrapping can result in less wrapping material needed by the wrapper at the back of the baler.
Interessant sein könnte, weil hier Kosten eingespart werden können oder aber auch die Lagen am Wickeltisch reduziert werden können.
Hier, wenn ich mir das jetzt so anhöre, muss jetzt jeder auf Mantelfolie umsteigen?
What advantages does netting have over the film wrap?
Keinesfalls, also natürlich hat die Netzbindung auch ihre...
Netting does have its advantages. As mentioned earlier, KRONE balers are factory fitted with a netting system, meaning the film wrap system does come at an extra cost.
Netzbindung ausgestattet. Die Folienbindung ist natürlich auch nicht umsonst. Da fallen natürlich Kosten an. Der Vorteil ist einfach da, dass
Also, the netting rolls come in a larger size, meaning I need to spend less time changing them out.
absteigen muss. Auch die Standzeiten sind hier kürzer. Also es ist definitiv so, dass ein klarer Trend zu sehen ist, dass die Leute mehr mit Mantelfolie...
Whilst there is a clear upward trend in the use of peripheral film wrapping over the use of traditional net wrapping, it's mainly because of its better instyling properties. But net wrapping is still of high importance and will be kept in our machine configuration as standard for now.
Du hast es ja eben jetzt schon ein bisschen angeschnitten, das Thema.
You already mentioned the financial factor before. How do the two differentiate in terms of cost?
Wichtiger Punkt.
Yes, the financial aspect is very important. First, we take a look at an example.
Wenn wir davon ausgehen, dass der Landwirt
To the left, the customer decided to use netting with 6 or 8 layers of silage wrap, resulting in a cost of €4.26, or variant 2, €5.46.
So, wenn jetzt der Landwirt von Variante 1 auf Variante 3
To the left, or in red, the customer decided to use the peripheral film wrap with 6 layers of silage wrapping, in red because it's the recommended amount of layers from KRONE.
Für die ideale oder für eine perfekte Futterqualität. Aber wenn der Landwirt quasi von Variante 1 kommt und auf die Variante 3...
If the customer swaps from variant 1 from the far left option to the film wrap option in red, here we need to factor in a cost increase of around 80 cents per bale.
Kosten, die auch natürlich an den Kunden weitergegeben werden müssen. Kommt der Kunde aber von...
If, however, the customer swaps from variant 2, net wrapping and 8 layers of silage wrap, to film wrap and 6 layers of silage wrap, he can actually cut costs. In this case, he would save about 42 cents. Therefore, a cost-benefit analysis is useful before deciding which option is better for whom. To keep in mind, the peripheral film wrap is on average more likely to be a more expensive option. Most important factor besides the cost should always be the forage quality. What effect does the different amount of layers have on the forage quality? Very good point. There's no point spending more or saving money if the forage quality just doesn't turn out right. On screen now are bale examination examples. The graphic up top is filled in red, meaning the bale is sealed to an optimum level. Perfect forage quality, no losses to mold or anything similar. This bale was made using film wrapping and 6 layers of silage film. The bottom 2 graphics show clear portions of yellow, The bale on the left was made with peripheral film wrap and only 4 layers of silage wrap. The bale on the right was made with traditional netting and 6 layers of silage film. The yellow portions of the bale represent less than ideal bale densities, which can quickly result in formation of mold and a decrease in forage quality. Just to make it clear, the use of 4 layers of silage film doesn't automatically mean it's going to produce a bad quality forage. The use of 6 layers is a KRONE recommendation. Of course, the formation of mold inside a bale does of course depend on many factors, such as the bale handling, how often it's being handled, or how it's stored.
Ob der Ballen transportiert werden muss, wie oft muss er transportiert werden, wie oft muss er angefasst werden oder wie wird er auch gelagert. Das sind natürlich Faktoren, die hier auch eine wichtige Rolle spielen. Das heißt also nicht, dass jemand, der die Variante 2 und 3 gewählt hat, jetzt hier alles falsch macht. Das ist definitiv nicht so. Aber wie gesagt,
but just to recap, the KRONE recommendation is 4 layers of lateral peripheral film and 6 layers of silage film. That was quite a lot of information considering the use of peripheral film, but what makes the KRONE's own peripheral film wrapping so special? Yes, it's a very interesting topic. It's all about the film gathering. On the right is an example of the competitor's machine, where it's obvious how the competitor gathers the film in the middle of the bale and forms a tie, resulting in the waste of film material and incomplete and uneven wrapping of its bales. The KRONE baler on the left shows the ideal, where the film is spread nice and evenly over the entire lateral area of the bale, resulting in optimal bale sealing and less film material needed. The film material savings on the KRONE baler are about 1 bale rotation, but we'll examine the extra cost savings in a second.
Also ganz wichtiges Thema und da werden wir uns die Kosten gleich auch noch mal ein bisschen intensiver anschauen, aber vorab schauen wir uns das Ganze in einem Video noch mal an, das
Here we see the process on how the net and the film is fed into the chamber over the entire length. The film isn't gathered to a knot, but rather cut square across the entire length before being ejected onto the wrapping table, where the bale is wrapped and ensures the best oxygen seal.
Und dann geht es natürlich direkt mit dem Wickelprozess weiter, sodass hier
the machine shown is a Compremer CF150 XC Plus, our variable all-rounder suitable for all sort of applications.
So, jetzt stehen wir hier gerade an unserer Compremer CV150 XC Plus.
Standing here next to our CV150 XC Plus, the machine has a peripheral film wrap system which is cross-compatible with the net system, meaning it's a very versatile piece of kit. To demonstrate how it works, clearly noticeable, it's fed over the entire lateral area, also it's cut off square over the entire width. To demonstrate how competitor machines work,
ganz klar sehen quasi, das ist die KRONE-Technik. Es wird breit in die Maschine eingeführt und auch breit wieder.
It's clear to see how it's fed into the machine over the entire width and how square it's cut. And with the competitors machines, it's the film is actually gathered and it's caused a knot, causing the formation of a triangle. And the same technique is used to cut off the film at the cut-off process, resulting in the waste of a whole bale rotation of film. And not only is it an environmental concern, but it's also a cost factor. What cost advantage does the KRONE baler have over its competitors? When baling using 4 layers of film and a bale diameter of a 1.30 m, the KRONE baler works out to having a cost advantage of over 30 cents per bale.
Meterrolle bei einem Meter 30 Ballen und 4 Lagen. Dann auf der linken Seite einmal mit der Raffeinrichtung, auf der rechten Seite ohne Raffeinrichtung. Heißt, ich verliere hier eine Umdrehung, wie eben erwähnt. Kann ich ganz klar sehen, dass ich hier nochmal zusätzliche Kosten von über 30 Cent habe. Bedeutet, am Ende des Jahres...
And to put that into context, a customer doing 3,000 bales a year will save roughly €900 annually when using the KRONE system. Not to mention is the increased times the operator needs to leave the tractor cabin to replace the empty cartridges. The KRONE machine actually achieves 28 more bales per film cartridge over its competitors.
136 Ballen machen kann, bei einer Maschine mit Raffeinrichtung nur 108 Ballen. Also auch hier habe ich eine deutliche Differenz, um am Ende des Tages sagen zu müssen, dass ich mir vielleicht auch das eine oder andere Absteigen am Ende des Tages sparen kann. Und ja, Absteigen, das tut keiner gerne. Vor allen Dingen nicht, wenn ich gerade eine super klimatisierte Kabine habe und es draußen vielleicht noch 30 Grad sind.
Da magst du durchaus recht haben. Ja, ich fand, das waren ziemlich viele...
That was a lot of interesting information about the peripheral film wrap. But what about the round balers as a whole? What trends do we have regarding digitalization?
Was da noch so für Trends in Sachen Digitalisierung?
Ja, Digitalisierung fassen wir das Ganze mal unter.
Digitalization, knowing what's in there. That's our motto at KRONE regarding this topic. What does the bale consist of? What yield are we achieving? How heavy and moist are our bales? These are all factors contributing to achieving the best possible forage quality.
Auch was hinsichtlich der Futterqualität wieder Pluspunkte sammelt. Beispielsweise bei der Feuchtemessung.
And when operating in hay or hay silage, the onboard moisture level can give me a clear indication of whether the material is dry enough or not. Do I need to add wrapping just to save my harvest from molding? The integrated weighing system allows me to collect data and transfer the data directly to one's smartphone or computer. The system also allows for bales that I'm not satisfied with, because they might be too moist or too light, to be sorted out of the pile and stored separately.
Die Ballen mit der Feuchtigkeit und so schwer, dass ich dann auch genau sehen kann, beispielsweise wenn ich nochmal 2, 3 Ballen habe, die Feuchtigkeit, wo ich mir nicht ganz so sicher bin, im Stroh beispielsweise, dass ich die dann separat irgendwo hinlegen kann. Bin also hier sehr, sehr flexibel. Das kann ich dann von meinem PC oder auch von meinem
The purpose is to keep flexibility and user-friendliness to a maximum. And the ease of data transfer has also been very beneficial when it came to feeding, as the customer can, for example, carry out moisture-specific feeding.
Dass ich individuell dann füttern kann, je nachdem nach Feuchtigkeit und so weiter, aber auch für die Rechnungserstellung, gerade im Hinsicht
contractors use it for the ease of accuracy when issuing invoices, as it allows for the exact tracing and bale counts as well as weights.
Smartphone oder ja, wie gesagt, Tablet ablesen, dass hier dann die ganzen Daten auch direkt verarbeiten kann. Ja, dann der letzte Punkt.
Last but not least, Tim. Tractor implement management. It's all about the data transfer between the tractor and the implement. The implement specifies its requirements to the tractor. For example, when the baler chamber is full, the tractor will stop automatically. The same goes for opening and closing of the rear gate, basically allowing for a semi-autonomous operation.
Die Information an den Traktor weiter, sagt, hier, Kammer ist voll, Traktor anhalten, bedeutet, hier braucht der Fahrer sich gar nicht mehr auf diese Prozesse konzentrieren, sondern das
aim is to ease the workload on the operator, and it's actually technology that is available right throughout the KRONE machine lineup.
Aber gerade für Solopressen sehr, sehr interessant, sodass auch hier das Heckklappe öffnen und schließen komplett automatisch gesteuert wird, sodass wirklich der Fahrer erleichtert wird.
To wrap up, digitalization is a very important and key aspect of our daily business here at KRONE, where I'm sure we'll see very exciting developments in the future to come.
Zusammengefasst lässt sich da auf jeden Fall sagen, sehr, sehr wichtig, beschäftigt uns natürlich hier tagtäglich.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. That was a lot of well-packaged information my colleagues presented here today, which now brings us to our weekly giveaway. Just as always, simply scan the QR code on the screen, answer the question correctly, and you'll be in to win a big egg shower curtain and a KRONE towel.
Und damit sind wir am Ende unserer Sendung. Nächste Woche darf ich euch an dieser Stelle wieder begrüßen, dann mit meinem Kollegen Benedikt Lambrecht-Speller.
Next week on Connected Live, we have Benedikt Speller on the show, talking about loader wagons from A to Z, discussing how we use them to harvest the highest possible quality forage. Also, be prepared for some exciting KRONE news we want to share with you. Until then, have a good day.